Let's talk some color theory. In painting, we use the color wheel. Color wheel gives us our primary colors, red, blue, yellow, as well as secondary colors, tertiary colors, so on. There's another color wheel that we could actually look at and dive deeper into helping us paint miniatures. That is HSV, hue saturation value. Inside the HSV cylinder is the color wheel. That is represented by the hue. As you go from middle to out of the cylinder, you have saturation. That goes from white all the way to the most saturated of that color. Then vertically, you have value. Value is the brightness. So all the way to the top is white, all the way to the bottom is black. When you take paint and you add white to the paint, it ups the value, also desaturating the paint. The same goes for when you add black. It lowers the value, desaturating the paint, but more muddy rather than taking the paint color out of it. For instance, if you have yellow and you add black to the yellow, you actually are lowering the value because you're adding black. Also, when you're doing this, you're shifting the hue because the black is bringing greens out of that yellow. So you're actually going to be getting a more green tone or hue. So for instance, when we're painting and we want to push the value, meaning go up brighter, rather than just taking our green or blue or whatever the color is that we're using and adding white and desaturating it, try adding something like bright pale yellow that still has a color value to it and is not strictly white. You will still be desaturating in a sense, but you're keeping more true to the color saturation that you're using. So moving forward in our painting journeys, let's take a look at the HSV cylinder because that's going to give us a lot more depth when we're adding and figuring out our color schemes. Again, the HSV cylinder, hue, saturation, and value, has a color wheel built into it, but also gives us much more broad look at how color theory works when you're doing contrasting of colors, lights and darks. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought. Also share the video or add it to your story. Let's get the HSV cylinder out there for people to see and understand beyond just the color wheel.